Joining me now is Bob Waters, Vice President of Talent Management with Northrop Grumman, and Karen Molloy, a chemistry teacher from Chantilly High School. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's so nice to have you both.
Thank you to have us.
Well, you're here today to talk about a wonderful partnership that Northrop Grumman has carried on for quite some time with Chantilly High School. And but first, Bob, I think I need you to explain what is talent management.
I get that question a lot. Talent management's kind of a new term of art, but it encompasses everything we do, what we call the talent management process. So everything from talent identification, talent acquisition, all the way through the performance management process.
So what are the fun things then you do, I'm sure as part of your job, is you work with this great partnership with Chantilly High School. Tell us a little bit about what is the partnership?
Sure. This is something we take great pride in this, and we have many other partnerships with schools around the country. Northrop Grumman made the decision about 6 or 7 years ago. We have a Northrop Grumman Foundation. We like to support the communities in which our employees live and work. We think that's important as part of our corporate mission, is to be a good corporate citizen. We have relationships like this. This particular one goes back to one of our heritage companies, TRW, that began this 25 years ago. 1986, we had just established a East Coast headquarters, and Chantilly High School was the closest high school at the time. So we knew we had employees that would have their children going to school at Chantilly. So we put this partnership in place. Initially, it was to help fund technology resources, and at that time, that was kind of computers were new, and schools were trying to get things ramped up in that area. So it was an area that we wanted to support. And it's grown into a vast array of activities that we've supported over the years. Our executives have become very involved, and again, executives like myself, I have 3 children that attended Chantilly High School, so I'm very proud to be, both an executive at Northrop Grumman, but to also have my children get a great education at Chantilly, and to know that those resources have been put to good use. We're very excited to see some of the things that Chantilly's doing in the STEM area, science, technology, engineering, and math. That's a big focus area for Northrop Grumman, and we hope to continue that relationship into the future.
And so let's go there. So you're the chair of the science department at Chantilly. What do you see as the great benefits from this partnership?
Well, I think there's a number of great benefits, and one of them, of course, is your financial support to us for the great equipment in the biotech fields. We have fantastic equipment that we could never purchase earlier for our needs, and we're well beyond computers now, so that's the amazing part. We're really into data collection in science and how do we analyze that data. So we have gel electrophoresis equipment that you've supported us, SpectroVis in chemistry. So these projects that kids do on their own, independent research projects, are amazing with this quantifiable technology now that we didn't have access to without you guys. But the second part is really the personnel that you provide us, because we have coordinated speakers, we've coordinated science fair judges, and without these individuals to be the models for what our kids will aspire to, it lacks that connection to real life. And so our science students, our math students, our engineering students get to see these dynamic people in play, asking really great questions and thinking about the concepts, and our kids love it because they get to talk to somebody who's really in the field and what's it like and what could they think about.
So share a couple of success stories from this partnership.
Well, I think my favorite story is Danielle Olson a couple of years ago. It's maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Amazing girl. And she walks into her girls in engineering class for the first time and says to Mrs. Ozdegon, "I'm a journalist, I'm a writer, this is my goal. My dad is an engineer, I'm taking this class for that reason." So, welcome, here you are, have a good time. And then she got involved with girls in engineering, and we have mentors for them from Northrop Grumman. So she met some people and, was a little intrigued. And then she joined the robotics team that's supported by Northrop Grumman. And, we have a fantastic set of kids who work really hard. And she was the CFO in her second year of that. And then she got a summer internship through Northrop Grumman. So she was really an employee because part of the stipulation is that there's a payment with that. So she really had a job. And she was pulled out of a robotics competition in the state level, I believe it was. And she was asked to, on her feet, just really quickly, could you give, some insight, some power? And, very articulate girl, very, mature. And she got up there and she was speaking, and after the panel, someone came up to her, and he was a vice president at Northrop Grumman, and was like, "Oh, you're amazing." And she says, "Well, it's nice that you say that, because I'm actually your employee," and introduced herself. And it was absolutely amazing. But all of this led her on the course she is currently to MIT.
Oh my goodness.
Where, guess what she's studying, of course?
Engineering.
Engineering. So it's, it's a miraculous thing. It's the power of people. It's what people can do for other people, and sharing their ideas and their stories and saying, have you ever considered?
Right.
Because how do you know to think about the question until you've been asked the question?
Right. Absolutely. And I'm sure there's a number of benefits on your side in terms, Bob, in terms of your relationships that your folks take away when they meet students and influence their lives.
Absolutely. It's a great development experience for our executives. So for us, in my role, talent management, we love sending executives out to get that kind of community service experience and exposure. But our executives just, what we do in our jobs every day is very mission oriented. So we're about the mission, to support global security. So this is just another mission for us to support not only the local community, but our nation. It's very important for our nation to develop professionals with science, technology, engineering, and math skills and capabilities. And as we know, that's an area that we're lacking in right now, and we're not producing enough scientists and engineers. And that's important to us. So as I said earlier, all of our charitable giving, about 98% of it's now geared towards STEM. Wonderful. And supporting programs like this at Chantilly. I just wanted to mention the comment. It's so exciting because we got a wonderful note from this employee. And our CEO, Wes Bush, is a graduate of MIT, so of course he could not have been more thrilled to have one of these students that we sponsored end up at his alma mater.
Oh, that's terrific. Thank you both so much for coming and sharing these stories. And thank you for your commitment to Chantilly High School.
Thank you. We hope to do this for 25 more years.
Excellent. I hope I'm around.
Great.
Thanks.